Hey there, Elias. How you doing? Hello, Christy. Welcome to the feed. Oh, I'm doing pretty good. I've never streamed and Reddit AMA, so I thought I'd give it a try. See how it goes. I don't know how fast they answer questions, so I might have to fire up Valheim and run around and chop some wood or something. So let's see. They've got the. This is the post when they announced the AMA. I wonder if they do the questions and answers in this thread or in another thread. Guess we'll have to wait and see. Oh, and it should have started already. So let me turn the countdown off. Bye-bye, countdown. Yep, Rock. Christy's putting out some good content. Check her channel out, everybody, if you haven't seen it. Over on the YouTubes. Oh, awesome. Thank you. Let's see, how does this work? Maybe I should go back to the Valheim thread and see if they've announced it. Oh, here it is. Live Valheim Developer AMA. Let's click that one. All right, then, it's time. A bunch of us devs here at Iron Gate are ready to answer your Valheim questions. Unfortunately, we most likely won't have time to answer every single question. So if you see that the thing you want to ask has already been posted by someone else, give them an update or an upvote instead, and we're most likely to see it. You can also have a look at our last AMA to see if your questions have been answered already. Start asking questions now. We'll begin answering until 1800 CET, about 2 hours from now. So they've got quite a few people from the dev team answering questions. Let's see. This one's up towards the top. Would you ever consider a highland biome inspired by Iceland, Scotland, Scandinavian plateaus? A biome without trees, hosting sheep, lingonberries, big castle ruins, geysers, and great view distances. Feels like a natural fit. Oh, what did I do? Sorry about that. Let's see. Oh, did that one already disappear? It did. It's going to be hard to follow these. Make sure I don't click on something accidentally. So the upvoted 67 times. Will we be able to customize our gear more so we don't all look like the same character in the same biomes. Customizations to keep things fresh or new skins, etc. See, is there a dev answer to this question? How do I find the dev answers to questions? Yeah, Gabriel, dev modding tools for servers would be great. I run servers and it's really hard to manage without dev tools. I am going to copy this so I remember whose names to look for. And let's see. Where's the dev answers? How do we find the dev answers to these questions? Will we be able to get stackable smeltered ore to place around the world, like the stone, wood, and coal stacks? Want to decorate my forge more? Somebody wish they could upvote that twice. Yeah, the stackable little blocks of smelted ore would be fun. Any plans for increasing biodiversity at all? Big fan of the game, but would love some more variety to the animals. Basically, my question is, when does the Viking get to fight bears? Oh, bears would be cool. Polar bears in the north? Yep, I like that question. I have a question. Let's see if I can post it here. So my question was, actually somebody on one of my YouTube videos had the same question, so I thought I'd ask it. Let's see, how do I word it? It's, will we ever be able to attack with melee weapons up and down? It seems we can only attack things directly in front of us. Let's see, especially, what's the way to say this? Especially difficult to attack wolves on slopes in the mountains. I think that pretty much sums up the question. Let's put our comment in there. There we go. All right, let's see here. You know, I'm going to peek at the last AMA and see how they answered questions. So this was the last AMA. Oh, so it's got the big developer tag. That's what we're looking for when we're looking for developer answers. Okay, that's all I wanted to know. Let's see, can we go back? No? Oh, it opened up a new tab. Oh, there we go. It looks different somehow, though. Is this the current one? No, this is the old one. 5 months ago. Okay, yeah, this is the live one. We're back in it. Okay, let's look through this. Probably going to have to refresh every once in a while. Oh, if you're following the YouTube stream and you're on Reddit, upvote my comment, will you? Will we ever be able to attack with melee weapons up and down? This can be super frustrating sometimes, since we can't do that. Let's refresh and see what we can see. Oh, there we go. All right, here we go. Where's the... oh, here we go. Nope, that's not a developer answer. Got me excited because I saw the little Viking icon, builder icon. How do you get those icons? I want an icon. Hey there, hydrogen missile. Is that like a water missile? Hydrogen. Oh, hydrogen. I said hydro and then gen. Hydrogen missile. I gotcha. Cool name. Welcome to the stream. Let's see. Don't see any dev answers to anything yet. Maybe they're taking their time on what they want to answer to see what gets upvoted the most. So let's, you know what, since it doesn't seem like they're answering, let's find questions that we like, or I like, and I'll upvote them. So we'll just start at the top. The Highlands biome. Do I want Highlands biome with sheep, lingonberries, big castle ruins, geysers, and great view distances? Sure, why not? I like anything that's more content for Valheim. What's the next question? Will we be able to customize our gear more so we don't all look the same? Yes, upvote. Yes, upvote. If you're in the YouTube feed, consider upvoting some of these yourself. Let's see. This guy here with the Viking icon that I'm jealous of. Dyes from berries would be kind of neat. Maybe some kind of new crafting tailor table to go with that type of customization. Oh yeah, Christy, it's my question's probably at the bottom. I think you can sort by see how it's here, it says sort by best. I think if you sort by new, you should see my question, assuming, you know, I mean, there's going to be a lot of people asking questions, but hey, there's Christy's question. Could we get different inventory slots for our armor so that it doesn't take up our storage? Oh, you know what, Christy? I don't want different inventory slots for my armor. I love the system they've got, but I'm going to upvote your question anyways, just to see if they have an answer for you. Oh, there's my question. There you go. So yeah, if you sort by newest, you can find Christy's question and you can find my question. Yeah. So let's see. Can I sort by... oh, it starts off by sorting by best by default. Okay. But yeah, if you want to find those new ones, just go sort by the new ones. You can find mine and Christy's. And anybody else in the chat, if you posted a question and you want us to upvote it for you, let us know on what your question was. I'll go back to the new questions and upvote your question also. Let's see here. Where is it? Oh, so yeah, this first line is the original question, it looks like. Okay. Well, this one's got 195 upvotes. Let's see what it says. When cooking items such as stew, soup, etc., can we have an option to create batches of 10 based on the availability of incidents in our inventory? Probably meant ingredients. Ooh, somebody upvoted my comment. Thank you if it was one of you in the stream. That was the little noise my phone was making to let me know. I.e., if I have enough to create 10 carrot stews from my inventory, it'd be nice to click once versus 10 times. Yeah, I like that one. I'm going to click that. Hey, MXIAKS Incorporated, and thank you for liking my videos. I have fun making them. I hope some of you enjoy watching them. Let's see here. Contronics93 asks, will we be able to get stackable smelted ore to place around the world? Stackable smelted ore to place around the world. Like the stone. Oh, yep. That's that one question. The little blocks of already smelted ore. I like that. That would be very decorative. Let's upvote that. See, in YouTube chat, Christy says, I'd rather be able to craft more of something without having an open inventory slot if there's still room in a stack of that item. Yes, yes, I agree. Let's see here. Next question. Any plans for increasing biodiversity? Oh, yeah, we asked that one because we want to fight bears. Yes, upvote. Let's upvote that one for optimize orangutan. Orangutan? Orangutan? Let's see, what do we got here? Cotis Berserker. Any plans for more uses for black metal and building pieces? It's so abundant, it seems like it would make sense for it to be useful for some stuff like fences, furniture, and embellishments like windows and doors. Iron feels too scarce for something simple like fencing, but it also requires you to put time into mining it, whereas black metal just piles up and it doesn't take long before you never really need it anymore. Would be nice to have something more to actually do with it. Yeah, so I'll upvote this for sure, but I was going to say, yeah, black metal is like one of the only metal, is the only metal in the game that's like easy to replenish. It's everything else is kind of a finite resource. Although I recently discovered that iron you can get from those big giant blobs in the swamps. There's like a 30% chance that they drop those. I didn't know that. A friend told me. And so in a way then iron is infinite. If you can find those big blobs, the big like brown ones that when you kill them, they turn into the 3 little ones. Yeah, they have a 30% chance to drop. You're adopted. Hi. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, so black metal being dropped by fuelings, this stuff is just everywhere. It's abundant. You get way too much of it. I really wish that we had to farm this stuff too instead of it just being a loot drop. But I imagine with each new expansion, especially like Mistlands, we're probably going to get new weapons and new armor. Eventually, I suspect that we're going to have black metal armor and whatnot. You know, Christy, I haven't tested it, but over on the Wikipedia page, it also says that there is a 30% chance for those big brown blobs to drop it. So it's something I actually want to test and probably do a short little video on. I don't really see that those blobs being a good source for iron because they're so rare, but if they do have a chance to drop it and I see them from now on, I won't just run past them. I definitely will try to kill them. Hey, Gaming Badly, welcome to the stream. Let's see. Ooh, Gimme Onion. I recognize that name. How are you planning to balance the ocean biome difficulty since it is so present in between the progression of the game in general throughout the other biomes? Yeah, I'm really curious when they get to the ocean biome what they're going to add. Boss, are they going to? I'd love to see other Viking ships in the ocean with NPC Vikings to fight. That would be awesome. I'll upvote that. Oh, there you go. Realm Chat just confirmed the Wikipedia page. He says in chat there, you probably see it. I was messing around in the swamp last playthrough to get turnip seeds early and killed a brown ooze and it dropped iron. Yeah, it's not really a viable source for iron, but hey, if you see them, might as well kill them. Maybe you'll get a couple pieces of iron. Okay, Gimme Onions question. Let's see. Let's go down to the next one here. How plausible is adding oars to the longboat so that in multiplayer games others could help speed it along in open ocean if the wind is unfavorable? Or maybe it could be an upgrade to the boat down the line. Yes, absolutely. Boats go too slow when you don't have the wind. You have a couple of people on, they should be able to help you row. You know what? I'm going to post a link to this live stream if I can find it. How do I find a link to my own live stream? Oh, there it is. Okay. Copy link. I'm going to paste it in my Discord chat. Let's see, Valheim Developer AMA happening now. I'm streaming it on YouTube. There we go. All right, let's go on to another question here. There seems to be a filter in YouTube chat. I have to approve some of your comments because you said things like, I want to kill in the plains. I don't know why Christie's comment, Viking NPCs would be amazing, got filtered. That's weird. Okay, let's see here. Must be some filter setting for language that I can turn off or something. I don't know. All right, let's go on with the questions people are asking. See if we should upvote some of their questions. Here we go. Could we get bears in the Black Forest? Oh yeah, please. Or more animals in general, squirrels and such. You know, I thought we'd see bunnies. Bunnies would be cool. I want a pet bunny. I'd love to see grizzly bear hunt graylings for sport. Love the game. Keep up the good work. Yes, I like that one. Let's keep going down here. Ooh, lots of comments to that one. Let's see. Will the game get more NPCs and random encounters? It's also so cool when Odin shows up. Yes, I agree. It's cool when Odin shows up and more NPCs and random encounters are good. Let's see here. Hey, ya folks, got a simple question. What's up with not having diagonal parts, doors, walls, triangular floor parts, etc.? They feel like a very obvious inclusion in a grid-based system, and I often feel like I could create some really neat stuff if only I had that one bit of nuance in my toolkit. Yes, more build options are always awesome. Definitely give an upvote for that one. Let's see here. Would you rather fight 20 neck-sized bone mass or one bone-sized neck? That's not really an AMA question, but it's funny. Let's see here. Will we be able to dive the ocean and, yes, maybe find treasures or sunken ships? Oh, yes. I wish I could upvote this one 20 times. Hey, if you're in this YouTube stream and you can hear me, please find this question right here. Will you be able to dive in the ocean and find treasures of sunken ships? And please upvote this one. This is one of my biggest wishes here, that we could dive down into the water. It'd be so much fun. It would open up a lot of possibilities. And if you could keep your hammer equipped when you're in the water so you could build underwater, that'd be awesome too. One bone-sized neck. Yes, a bone-sized neck would be adorable. Even though it would be huge, it would be adorable. Let's see what's next. Yeah, right here. Will spears be looked at in the future? It feels a bit... let's highlight this whole one. It feels a bit lackluster at the moment, as the attack angle and range makes it difficult to hit enemies in ground level differences. Yeah, this is basically like my question, where it seems like when we attack, we only like attack straight out in front of us. Even if we aim up or down, we're not actually attacking up or down. You're just still attacking right in front of you. Also, thank you so much for this amazing game. I've fallen in love with it. Thank you so much. Yes, I feel the same way. Awesome, awesome game. Let's see. Oh, yeah. We got the comment in YouTube chat. What about all that precious loot that has sunk to the bottom of the sea? Yes, that too. If we could swim down, that would be awesome to get that stuff too. Or you know what? Because a lot of games, they have it so that when you when you open your inventory and you shift click, it'll move from your inventory your item to your quick slot, right? It'll move your weapon to your quick slot. So I've been out on my boat and opened my inventory and done that, especially in the first few months of playing the game, and then accidentally watched as my most precious, most valuable weapon went flying over the boat and into the ocean, down to the depths of the sea, never to be seen again. Was very upsetting a few times. That I've done it probably 7 or 8 times to my best weapons and then had to go obviously replace them. Not fun, very frustrating. Let's see here. Are there plans to utilize I can't read. Are there plans to utilize the cool blue troll hide in more build or armor items? For example, I'd love a blue bed, huge blue rug, or a blue chair. Oh, yeah, I like that question. I like it. Let's see what else we got here. What creature, game mechanic, engine aspect are you most proud of or is the most fun for you? Thank you for your work. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to upvote that. I want them to spend time upvoting our questions about the game, not telling us what they like about their own game. They love their game. That's why they've kept their team small. They've said it in plenty of interviews, because instead of delegating all the work, they want to do the work themselves. They love it so much. And good for them that now that their game is so successful that they can do that. Let's see here. Armor stands. Do you still intend to implement them? Based on the assumption that the one H&H teaser did include the feat of an armor stand. Yeah, I thought that might be an armor stand too. I don't know if that's been confirmed, but yeah, let's upvote that. I would love to be able to display armors on an armor stand, especially once we can customize armors. That would be really awesome to be able to display them with the color variations that you assign to them, if we're able to dye them or whatever. Let's see what we got here. What was the development process of the visual style of the game? Its impressionist voxel look is one of the most beautiful features. Yes, I agree, but I don't want them to answer that question. Let's see. Currently, armor progression is very linear, and there are very few reasons to wear anything but padded armor. Are there going to be plans for horizontal progression to give us reasons to wear something other than whatever gives the highest armor rating, like how the troll armor improves stealth? Also, can we have regular clothes? It feels and looks weird to be planting a field of barley in full armor. Maybe have a linen tunic that increases stamina, regen, or carry weight. Yeah, most of the time I like to wear the leather shirt and pants. I think they look nice and casual, and so that's what I put on when I'm not expected to be fighting. Oh, let's give that one a vote up. Is there a possibility for a neck raincoat? A neck raincoat? You are wet. I want a neck as a pet, but yeah, I don't want a neck raincoat. Do I? Maybe I do. So that you can go into the swamp and not get wet. That would be cool. Not get that wet debuff. see, I'm gonna look at some of your comments over here on YouTube. See, on the armor stand question, click the more replies. On the armor stand question. Oh, let's see, where was that one? Armor stands, more replies. Oh, how do I sort by developer? If anybody knows. Okay, so Grimcore has answered the armor stand question. Let's see, he says that the teaser was not intended for armor stands. It was the coin stacks that was in the background. Yes, it was a very bad teaser, but yeah, it would be lovely to be able to have an armor stand where you can hang your stuff and show it. As of right now, there are no plans to implement them in the near future. Yeah, I figured. I'll just upvote his comment so that people can see it. Yeah, I guess I should take a look at your comments over here on YouTube more often. It's kind of hard to go back and forth. Let's see. Hi, Alex Calhoun. I am not a developer. I am a filmmaker in real life for a very long time, maybe longer than some of you have been alive. But I'm just a huge, huge fan of the game. So I created a YouTube channel just for this game. And I like to try to cover as much as I can because I enjoy it so much. Oh, if I click the developer's name, I can see all the comments they've made in their comment history. Ooh, good point. Let's see if Grimcore has answered any more questions. Oh, here we go. So here's some things that Grimcore has answered, but 2 hours ago? Is he really... drawbridges? I don't know what that means. LYV? Oh, hell yeah. Maybe that's his comment. Will there be, let's see, will there be more biomes soon? I'm only now facing the Elder Swamp, but love everything I've seen. Yeah, the Mistlands is the next biome coming up. We don't know exactly when, though. I'm going to guess sometime early next year. Any plans to allow us to plant red mushrooms, yellow mushrooms, blueberries, raspberries, and thistle? No. We want the player to have to go out and actually find your favorite mushroom spots and blueberry spots, but won't say it's impossible, just highly unlikely. He's got more comments here. Can you give us a hint of some of the things coming to Mistlands? New creatures, new mechanics, new mist. Personally, I'm very excited to be working on Mistlands content. I feel like a very big box of toys to be able to play with. I think if you like exploring, you will love Mistlands. Or hate it. What lurks in the mists do not give hugs. That's funny. That is very funny. Let's see here. Somebody in chat asked, do I support IATSE? I mean, yeah, I think that unions have their place. I'm an independent filmmaker myself, so I've never been in a union, but I have a lot of friends who are, and I mean, I'd have to hear arguments against it. I've only really heard a lot of arguments for, and got to protect workers, because employers, especially the big ones, will take advantage if they can. But back to the AMA. Let's see. Oh, will the game get more NPCs and random encounters? It's always cool when Odin shows up. We want to keep the world interesting with mysteries. We have many things up our sleeves that we want to implement as random events and mysterious happenings. Keep an eye out. More mysterious happenings would be cool. Right now we've got the creepy Odin who will creep up on you while you're out, especially at night. It's pretty creepy. And then, you know, the thunderstorms. We got Thor racing across the sky. Oh, you're welcome, Alex. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy my videos. Try to do a lot of different things to, I kind of make different videos to entertain myself. Some of them are like news videos, some are how-tos, and some are my goofy little cowboy Viking skits that I enjoy. Seems like a few people enjoy them out there. They don't get as many hits as the how-tos or the news videos, but yeah, I enjoy them. There seemed to be a little bit of an audience for them. The one video that took me the most work on my channel was my Star Wars Valheim video. That actually took me 30 hours to make, and it only got like 5,000 or 6,000 hits. So I don't know if I'll be doing any more of those just because they take so much work. It took me almost a week to make, and yeah, they didn't get very many hits. So maybe to scratch an itch, I'll make them once in a while, but yeah. Oh, Georgie, thank you. Yeah, I just decided that if I'm going to ask for you to hit that like button and that subscribe button, that I wanted to do it in a fun way. So I have some ideas for other little cute intros and outros recorded in-game. So maybe in the future I'll do some of those. But yeah, right now I really love that big sledgehammer smashing the ground and breaking the wall. Let's see, what's the next comment we have here? Oh, am I scrolling while I'm talking? Oh yeah, will we be able to customize our gear more so we don't all look like the same character? Yes. What does he say? As of right now, you can customize certain things in your arsenal against the evil forces of Valheim. Capes and shields mainly. I think the general philosophy is that we would rather give you side grade armors that would benefit your playstyle rather than looking different. But we are still young and anything is possible. Yeah, I mean, I understand that, but a little bit of dying would be cool. Oh yeah, Christy, thank you. Hit the thumbs up button on this live stream. YouTube will push it more to the front with their algorithms for other people to see, and maybe more people will join us here on YouTube as we discuss these. Let's see, he also... Will you be adding more ocean creatures? If so, can we have information about them? Yes, we will be adding more. They will be wet and scary, big and small. Not all have to be in the waters. Look to the sky. So maybe something in the sky also over the water? Interesting. This. And hedgehogs, please. Grim says, I like hedgehogs. It's like that YouTube meme. Have you guys seen it? I like turtles. If you haven't seen it, look it up. It's really funny. Just, I like turtles. Armor stands. Do you still intend? Let's see. We already covered that one. Okay. Hey, team, amazing game. My question is, will dual wielding of one-handed weapons be a thing? If we put dual wield in the game, it will probably be called twin axes, blades, etc. You will not be able to choose different one-handers and customize which ones you use. Not saying we will put that in, but if we do, I think that would be badassery deluxe. Yes, I agree. Let's see here. Yes, Alex, I love the sledgehammer too. Oh, no like or share buttons? I don't know. Maybe somebody in chat will know how to like or share. If you're looking at it full screen, tilted horizontally, that's probably why you don't see them. You might see them if you have your screen tilted, vertically up and down so that the video is smaller at the top. I think that's when the like and share buttons and all that stuff pop up. Not sure. Oh, I'm going back 5 months ago. Oh, yes, thank you. So there's got to be more. He's got to have more recent answers here. Let's refresh this page. and say 2 minutes ago. We were told about a game build in the past which had fire mechanics. Can we expect something similar in the future, or is the idea completely abandoned? He says, I came to work one day and Richard had made a Burninate system. It was hilariously fun. It's still there in a branch from 2019. I really hope we find a good reason to put that in. I would love to see everyone's houses burn to the ground. I'm speaking for myself as Grimcore, and that as a spokesperson for Iron Gate. Yeah, Grimcore is kind of a fun interview. I've seen and heard him talk before. Yeah, maybe fire mechanics would be cool. I mean, I would love to see kind of like a burn system for our buildings, which would, you'd have to be careful with your wooden buildings. But like in Minecraft has it, right? If you have a wooden structure and it catches on fire, it'll slowly start to burn. I think it would be fun, add a little bit of chaos. And then you'd be praying for Odin to bring us rain to put out the fire. Let me look at the YouTube comments here really quick. Oh, and thank you, Hurricane, for letting me know that I was going back either items like Berserker Mushrooms or I figured out like our share. Oh, good. Yeah, close the chat and then you can find those. Juju Magic says, keep up the good work, buddy. Thank you very much. I enjoy it. Burninate, oh man, Trogdor is real. The Burninator, yes. Let's see. Oh, that looks like we've already covered that question. So I think, or was that one that no, this is one that I read before I came to Grimcore's comments. Hey folks, got a very simple question. What's up with not having diagonal parts, doors, walls, triangular floors? They feel like very obvious inclusion in the grid system. And I often feel like I could create some really neat stuff if only I had that one bit of nuance in my toolkit. He says, might seem as very obvious to some, but we want to be putting in things in a pace we feel is good for both the build system and the feel of Valheim. There will be more build stuff coming in the future. Yep. Oh, and here we're back 5 months ago, but let's load these comments, see if there's any recent drawbridges. Hell yeah. Oh, we already covered that. Any plans of red mat? Yeah, we've covered these. So I think we're up to date with Grimcore's comments. Let's see. Just refresh it real quick. Yep. Oh, he answered the next question. Is there a possibility for a neck raincoat? I think we want the weather to be able to affect you. Maybe in later stages of the game, we could start thinking about being able to craft a neck raincoat, but as of right now, there is no plans. I feel you, though. Yeah, I mean, the weather, it's got to affect you, create some kind of hurdle, while you're out there, something to deal with. Some of them survival elements you have to figure out how to deal with. Let's see, 5 minutes ago, we were told about a game build in the past which had fire mechanics. Oh, yeah, we already answered that one. 3 minutes ago. Anything else? Nope. Okay, so back to the live post here. Let's see. Find some other. If you guys find another. Oh, here's another developer who's answered a question. Let's do this one real quick, and then I'll click on their name, and we can see all the questions they've answered. So will we be able to get stackable smelted ores to place around the world, like stone, wood, and coal stacks? I want to decorate my forge more. Decorating is always nice, isn't it? Happy face, smiley face. It's absolutely possible that there might be more stackable items in the future, though right now it's not a priority. Yeah, it's just a little decorative thing. I can see that they want to focus on the main content and all the biomes and bosses and everything that they're planning, and bug fixes, of course. Let's give the developer a thumbs up. see if I just scroll down, do I see any more quick? Oh, and there's a Smithy. I don't really know how to say their name. I just like to say Smithy because it sounds more fun. Let's see, what was the question on this one? When cooking items such as stew, soup, can we have an option to create batches of 10? Yes. Okay. Hi, this is something that we have discussed before, and it's something we have considered to expand on later during the game development. We already have some things you can make in batches, arrows, bronze bars, etc. That's true. That's true. This will require a lot of GUI, generic user interface changes to be done, and it's also not something we can change in short time. It's not in our to-do list yet, but it is something highly requested, and we agree it's also something that could be nice to have as a feature. Yeah, it's like one of those quality of life things. They might, once the game actually goes live and they finish all their biomes and all the main content they want to put in, this is the kind of quality of life thing that they could add down the line. Well, let's see. Georgie says, Jiroc, try sorting the Q&A. That way it shows questions that are answered. Oh, by the devs? Let's see. What should I sort by? Best, top, new, controversial, old, Q&A? Let's see. Does that mean there's a developer answer in here? Oh, yep, there's one. How do I collapse that now? Don't want to have to scroll all the way down. Oh, could we get bears in the Black Forest or more animals in general, squirrels and such? I'd love to see grizzly bear hunt graylings for sport. Adding more animals would definitely be nice. J. Montilliet? Who? I don't know. But like we said in the last AMA, we want every creature in Valheim to serve some sort of unique purpose, either by adding a new mechanic or offering a new resource. Because of this, we don't want to just throw in new animals for the sake of it, but rather want to make sure they're truly adding something to the game. Yeah, I remember them actually talking about this before. They were saying that whenever they add a creature, it's because of the resource that it provides. They don't want it to just provide some redundant resource. It would provide a very specific resource that's used for a very specific purpose. So I guess we'll have to wait and see what they do with that. Adding oars to longboats. Let's see, did a developer answer this one? Oh, here we go. Sorry, we have discussed adding oars, but will not do so since we feel it is too multiplayer focused and could lead to difficulties balancing boats in the future. Aha! So a direct answer on that question. I know a lot of people have asked that, and on my server, a lot of my community have asked this question when they're out sailing together. So there you go. There's the answer to that. Probably will not see. Oh, let's see. Here's a question and answer buried in here. Features that favor multiplayer over single player is highly possible no from dev, especially when the game is more focused in single player. The cartography table is an exception, with its only use in single player is to be used as decoration. We want the game to be balanced, the developer answers. We want the game to be balanced both for single player and multiplayer experience, and not that it is more profitable to do either. The cartography table is actually also useful in single player if you want to share map with yourself. If you have multiple characters, aha! That is very important. Think about that. If you play more than one character in your world, you can share the map with yourself. I didn't even think of that. Christy, that's a YouTube video. Just like a short little, hey, did you know you could do this with map tables? Can share the map with your other characters. Let's see. Oh, here's another developer comment. It is per character, since each character have their own map of discoveries and pins. Yep. Okay. Yep, that's it for that one. Would you rather fight 20 neck sized bone mass or one bone mass sized neck? Did a developer answer this? Let's see. Yes, Smithy answered it. Personally, I would fight one bone mass sized neck. 20 small bone masses would have tons of HP and spawn bunches of monsters. Oh, that's right. Each bone mass would spawn a whole crazy amount of monsters. While one bone mass sized neck would still die in hand to hand combat. And I would love the idea of a neck T. Yes, let's upvote that. All right. Give me Onion's question. How are you planning to balance the ocean biome difficulty, since it is so present in between the progression of the game in general throughout other biomes? Let's see here. Yeah, Christy, I'd be up for collaborating on a video for sure. Hit me up in Discord or something, direct message, and we can chat about it. Okay, let's see if I can find an answer to Gimme Onion's question here from a developer. Oh, maybe here? Wait, is that? No, that's a different one. I don't see a developer answer to this question. Am I missing it? Yeah, I don't see one. All right, on to the next one. Developer answer here. Nope. This one has a developer answer. Will we be able to get stackable smelted ore? Oh, we already had this one. But not priority. Okay, yeah, we already looked at that one. Highland biome. Let's see, is there a developer answer? Oh, Luma answered it. Luma. Hey, Bonkface. I didn't even read the original poster's name, Bonkface. That is an awesome name. It just put a smile on my face. Okay. While I personally think such a biome does sound interesting, we currently don't have any plans on adding other biomes besides the ones that you can find in-game for now. I figured that would be the answer to that question. Let's see here. Developer answer? Oh, yes. We already had that. We already saw that, though. Yeah, Josh, I have, responding to the YouTube comments, I just copy your Valheim folder, make another copy of it, your game folder with your executable file, and then you can just put the mods into that copy and run Valheim from that, and it won't affect your original game in your main Valheim folder. If you want to mess around with mods, so you don't mess up your original game. See, I didn't scroll past, yeah, we already, well, yeah. Will you consider adding traps and defenses along with harder raids on our bases? Yes, harder raids would be awesome. And Luma says, hello, yes, this is something we will consider in the future. If it ever will make it into the game, I cannot say, though. But, I mean, who wouldn't want to be able to scream, it's a trap, in their best Admiral Akbar voice? Hey, that's kind of the voice I went for. It's a trap. Let's see. Any plans for dual wielding? Yeah, we already saw that answer. Will the game get more NPCs and random encounters? I think we've covered that. Oh yeah, with the interesting mysteries. Yeah, we saw Grimcore's answers to this already. We'll be able to customize our gear so it don't look the same. I think Grimcore answered this one too, if I remember correctly. Yeah. He talked about capes and shields and maybe giving side grade armors instead of like letting us dye our armors. How soon can we expect the next big update, such as Mistlands? Ooh, is that for the ladies, Mistlands? Then they got to put out a Mr. Lands too. Then, let's see. Jay Monteliat says, I know you're all very excited about Mistlands, and so are we, but we're still too early in development to be able to say for sure when the biome will be released. It unfortunately won't be in 2021, though. Yeah, I figured it would be sometime next year. Yep, this number 9, yeah, sorting by Q&A definitely looks like the better way to do this. Let's see. 4 more replies, just in case the dev had made another comment. Nope. Let's see. Any plans for increasing biodiversity at all? Sounds like a question that... Yep, no dev answer. Okay. Dev answer here? No. Dev answer here? Oh, there's Grimcore. Oh yeah, that's about the neck raincoats. No neck raincoats. You have to deal with being wet. I have some dad humor. I don't even realize what I'm saying. I'm just trying to keep talking so that you guys don't get bored. And you can tell that I don't use Reddit a ton, so I'm having to figure this out. I mean, I look at it once in a while, like for news updates and whatnot, but I don't spend a lot of time on Reddit. I probably should spend a little bit more. There's a lot of good ideas and content for new videos, but honestly, for every new video I make, I add like 3 new videos to my list of videos to make. I think my list of potential videos that I want to make is probably up in the range of about 50 or 60 videos now. Like I can't keep up with it. So lots of content still to be made for everybody to see. Let's see here. Can you give us a hint of... Oh, we already saw that. This question's already been asked and answered. Let's see. Would you like to add more Norse mythology into the game, like hints of the Children of Loki or some other classic tales? Oh, we got an answer to that. They say, Monteliat says, I too like the mythology quite a lot, and I think it would be cool to add more references to it, but Valheim is separate from the other 9 worlds, so who knows how many of the mythological creatures have actually found their way there. Maybe some of the gods don't even know that Valheim exists. Ooh, interesting. Oh, let's see. Question in chat. Jiroc, do you have a tutorial on making a dedicated server with mods? I'll give you a tutorial right now. Go to my video and one of my recent videos and go into the description and click on the link to G-Portal, and you'll get 5% off because they're a sponsor of mine. And the great thing about G-Portal, they're actually really inexpensive, but the great thing is about it is they have the Valheim Plus mod, which is the biggest mod with the most features right there, and it installs for you. So they install it for you on the server if you rent it from them, if you activate it. And if you want to add additional mods, you can do that. You just have to use an FTP like FileZilla or something to upload files to the different folders for whatever mod you want to install. But yeah, right now I'm using G-Portal 2 for my servers. I have my main server is called Jiroc's Viking Playground, and I have a Jiroc's Resource server. So it's a complementary server. I allow my players to go back and forth between the 2 servers, bringing whatever materials they harvest The reason for that is because as my main server is aging, all of the resources, especially the metals that don't respawn, are becoming harder and harder to find because I have so many players playing. And so when I get new players, they can't find things like copper and tin especially, because they're just those little nodes along the shore of the Black Forest. So I came up with the idea that instead of using mods to respawn resources, that I'd create a second server called the resource server. And basic what I do with that is every week I load a brand new seed on that resource server. So everybody knows exactly what time and which day it resets, so they have to get all their stuff off, any temporary builds. So some people set up portals, some people set up map tables, little temporary houses for buffs and stuff. Yeah, and then they go back and forth. And this gives them a new world to explore, and they have access to all the resources. But yeah, no, we don't use cheats. Everybody wants to play the game and go out and do stuff. So, yeah. Well, let's get back to this. Let's see. Are there any plans for more or other mounts in the future? Do we get Luma answers. Hello, Emily Anna. Maybe, ? It's definitely something we are considering. I, for one, love to have my Lox named Bert. And if you've watched my YouTube channel, you know my Lox is named Loxy, as my companion on my journeys in the game. And it would be a lot of fun to have other mounts to take care of as well. So not really an answer to the question, just saying that they maybe, and that they would enjoy more mounts as well. Let's see here. Zion Ellis on YouTube says, rare mines, instanced content that has ore nodes that respawn after a while, with a suggestion of mine on the Discord, but curious what you think in particular. Yes, that's actually a great idea. Instance areas where you could get ore would be great. I mean, because really, it's really a multiplayer thing, right? If you have the whole world just to yourself, you're just playing by yourself, you're probably not going to get all the resources before you decide to strip the world of all its resources before you decide to start a new game, or go and play on a multiplayer server, which is super fun, and I highly recommend it. But yeah, if you've got multiple people on a server, they strip the resources. So an instanced area where you can get resources would be great. I mean, if you think about it, all they would have to do is make some of the current instances, just make them regenerate, right? Like starting at least with the sunken crypts in the swamp, right? They have iron, so just have them respawn. That would be an easy fix to never running out of iron. That actually would be a great question to ask. Let's see. I don't want to lose my place. So I'm going to come over here. This was the 5 months ago one. So we're going to come over here. I'm going to ask that question. Let's see, resources. Let's see. Many metals are limited resources. Is there a chance we'll be able to see what's the way to word this? Is there a chance we'll be able to respawn them somehow? Maybe in instances. Example, the swamps have sunken crypts with iron that could respawn, so we can resupply our iron needs. And then I'll just add the comment that this is especially a problem on multiplayer servers because resources are finite. So let's see. Let me reread this. I might need to reword this. Many metals are limited resources. Oh, let's say, I like the word finite resources. Finite resources are a chance we'll be able to respawn them somehow, maybe in instances. Example, the swamps have sunken crypts with iron that could respawn so we can resupply our iron needs. This is especially a problem on multiplayer servers because resources are finite and new players can't find copper or tin. ... Okay, I'm going to post this comment, this question, and if you guys could on the stream here to help bump this up, go sort here by new and give me a couple of votes up so we can get an answer to this question. Maybe they'll see it and yeah, maybe they'll see it and answer it. Because my solution without using mods is just to have my resource server. Okay, back over to the question and answers. The last one was about mounts. Yeah, somebody wants drakes. I don't think they're going to let us fly on drakes ever. There's probably a mod for that, though, I would imagine. Let's see, is there an answer to this question? Oh, there is. Oh, we already saw an answer to that. I don't know if you can hear my phone chiming, but that's some of you voting my question up. My phone is chiming, letting me know. I'm going to turn the volume on that down a little bit. There we go. See if I missed any of the comments from chat over here. Let's see. Oh yeah, Menth number 9 says it's a neat idea for my server. Yeah, thank you. It does help. We have a lot of new players coming in, and they need to be able to get some good resources too. And everybody gets to have a whole new world to explore every week, and then come back to the main world and never have to worry about their beautiful builds being wiped. Because I'm probably going to let the main world persist until most of the community wants to build somewhere new. Let's see other comments. We also take wood and stone on my server in exchange for metals. Lol, my lock's name is Fluffy. Yep, that's a good name for the locks. The only thing I can think of that would really run out is iron, maybe also the treasure loot. Yeah, talking about running out of iron, copper would take a little while, but on my server, you can't find tin hardly anywhere. Those little nodes just on the beaches of the Black Forest, nobody can find any more tin. I mean, there's a little bit out there still, but it's really hard to find. I think regenerating dungeons altogether would be cool. Yes, absolutely. Troll caves, too. If they could reset dungeons periodically, multiplayer. Yeah, I mean, even if dungeons don't reset on their own, give us admins the command to do it. So every once in a while we could just reset them. That would be awesome. It's the same issue with new players getting circling cores and burial chambers. Yes. Okay, so check this out. Zaxis Incorporated. I started a new character on my own server, mainly because I wanted to see what newer players to my server are dealing with. And I realized I couldn't find tin. And I was able to find the copper when I went far out, but even far out, some of the beaches had been stripped of tin. But I also couldn't find burial chambers with cores, so I couldn't make portals and all the other things you need for that you need cores to make. So I was just running around, and then my little base that I started got the raid event from the Certlings. So lucky me, that's how I got my Certling cores as a brand new player, was because of a Certling raid. I could not find them in the burial chambers. Let's see here. What are some of the other comments? Considering no one builds in mined holes like I did, it'd be great to have special portals to move to another IP. Yes. Vivero Bravo, yes. That would actually make it so much easier for people to get from my main server to my resource server, right? That would be awesome. See, what with the runestones that talk about fire falling from the sky, Ragnarok, I think that's the Certling attacks. No, yes. Want a dark wood flooring. Yes, dark wood flooring would be awesome. Let's see. Is your server running thin? No, my server's not running thin. But what I find is that we have... actually, let me take a quick look over at my server. I currently have quite a few. 64, 74, 80... So I have about 90 people on my Discord chat, about 90, but actual members of the tribe who've been invited to play on my server are, let's see, 21, 24, 25. So about 30. I have about 30 players on my server, but I have whitelisted probably twice that amount. And what I find is that probably half or a little more than half of the people that I give access to my server lose interest and move on. I think maybe they're not playing Valheim full time. I see their status saying that they're playing other games. There have been a couple of people who I had to ban because they were up to no good. But we have a little application process and a voice interview that we do that seems to weed out the bad players, or the players who mean to do mischief. But yeah, no, not running thin. But we're definitely, we don't always have, my server is only maxed at 10 players because I don't have any mods on it. And we only hit that cap once in a while on the weekends. But the 30 players or so that play, they almost all log in during the week at some time. I would like to add probably another 10 or 15 regular players who don't lose interest. But like I said, the attrition rate is probably a little more than half. About 60% of the people I actually invite to the server either lose interest or move on for some reason or whatever. So yeah, there's that. I'm kind of learning what it's like to run a gaming server. I've not done it in a gaming community on Discord. It's kind of fun. It's fun to have, rather than just a few people in real life that I hang out with and play with, to have like a whole community of right now 30 players to talk to and play with it's really fun. And they're all from all over the world too. I'm rambling now. Let's get back to the AMA. Or actually, let me see if I missed any more of your YouTube comments or questions. Going through here, let's see, some amazing dedication for your server. Yeah, you know, what I found out right away when my server started to grow and there are a lot of people there asking questions and wanting to do stuff or have things added to Discord or things happening on the server, we're starting to run weekly events too, is to delegate. It really helps. You know, you just find people who seem, you know, friendly and responsible and courteous to everybody and offer them, you know, to be a moderator. And if they have the time, you know, they step up. As a matter of fact, looks like Gwen, one of my moderators and players, is here in chat with us. Hi, Gwen. But yeah, that's how you deal with a lot of players running around. You have other people help you deal with the issues and questions that come up. Let's see. One of the devs said that they'll probably find more uses for black iron in the future. Yeah, I'm sure that's going to happen. Yep, a Certling, Gwen mentioned a Certling core farm will sort your Certling core issues And one of our players built a Surtling core farm on our server. But I couldn't get to the Surtling core farm right away because one of my fellow players, I got on his boat as soon as I made my new character, and he sailed me halfway across the world and dropped me off at an island that had meadows. And so I started building there, and I was having a really hard time finding Surtling cores. And then I got the Surtling raid, and so then I was able to get my Surtling cores. But because I was out there on my own, I did not have a portal, and I could not portal back to the community town to get to the Surtling core farm. Oh yeah, and everybody here in the YouTube stream, you're all welcome to come to my Discord and hang out with us. And if you're interested in playing on the server, you can contact myself or one of the moderators, and we can show you the application process. It's actually in the Discord channel. There is a thread called Server Application, and that server application will tell you exactly how to submit an application to join the server. Let's see. Can you always go to Can always go to Ashlands, but that's not really for a brand new player. Yeah, Christy. Yeah, I was sailing around on my little raft because actually I'm just about ready to make some bronze nails, so I'll get my carve. But yeah, I'm still sailing around on my raft. My character's that new. I want more variety of dungeons. Yes. Grimcore alluding to a mob that's an eye in one of the replies. Ooh. I should probably, let's open that in a new tab. Yeah, let's look at some of Grimcore's more recent answers. Oh, and let's see. At Josh Miller, I don't know, maybe I'm misinterpreting their reply, but they said to keep an eye out for new random encounters in the future. Let's see what Grimcore says here. Will there be more emotes and ways to interact with each other, like dances and music instruments? I love the idea that you can play songs at the campfire with your friends dancing to the melodic tunes of your flute. As of right now, there are no plans to implement that, but you never know. Yeah, that means probably not for a while. Yeah, Christy. I've already died twice to sea serpent trying to go further out from my island than I should have. When you have very weak geared, weak weapons and a raft, sea serpents are really tough. Let's see. We have AoE harvesting solution. Pressing E to harvest each individual crop is cumbersome. We made the system like this. It made most sense, but now we have loxes. Can we use them somehow? To harvest? I mean, yeah, you can use like the Atgear or a sledgehammer to harvest barley and flax. And probably the lox too, I guess, if it stomps. But you can't make it stomp unless it's fighting an enemy. Oh, let's see. Menth number 9. Yeah, I've been opening all the devs pages as I come across their replies in the AMA thread and then just refreshing. Oh, yeah, I should be doing that too. So I got Grimcore's page here. Let's get through his, and then I'll do that for everybody else too. Pressing E. So we're getting caves? So we're getting caves? Dungeons for the mountains? Can we expect a dungeon for the plains, maybe? See where the black metal comes from? If there is a reason to put a dungeon there, we most likely will put it in. But just putting in dungeons with no good reward is never something people want to play. Would be lovely if people loved lore that much that we could put that in as a reward. So probably not, unless they take away black metal dropping from fuelings, which I'd be all for. I don't like that black metal is just this endless resource that ends up filling up your chests and becomes trash because you have so much of it. Oh, let's see what's going on over here in comments. Bivario Bravo says that would be luxurious. I love it. Wow, a Lox-powered harvester, just pictured it. Don't weapons just destroy the other crops? Yes. Carrots, onions, and turnips. I wish you could hit them and harvest them by hitting them, but no. They get destroyed. I don't use rafts anymore. I get too frustrated and rage quit. Yeah, it's unfortunate too. You can't put carts or little boxes on a raft and have them reliably stay on. You know, the boxes from the cart if you break the cart. That's how I love to, instead of putting the cart on the ship, I like to put everything into a cart, break the cart, and then push all the boxes onto my ship. But yeah, I've tried it with the raft and they just fall off, so that's no good. Lox beast of burden to plant faster. Yep. As far as I know, you could only use weapons to harvest the plains crops. Yep. I want to see a huge castle dungeon in the plains. Yes, I want to see more buildings, structures all throughout the world, coming across big castles and whatnot. I know Devoid wanted that too for the game. So since the head developer wants that, maybe in the future we'll see that. Who knows? Yep. Myth number 9. Another confirmation that we're getting dungeons, mountain dungeons. Okay, let's see what Grimcore says here. So we're getting caves for the mountains. Yep. He says, how do you manage to balance the pressure of so many players being invested in the game and demanding more content and taking time to develop updates? He says, I'm speaking for myself now. For me, it was more of a positive charge running through me. Keep a steady foot and do the same work with the same amount of passion, and we would deliver the same amount of quality. It's obviously sad to see that people misunderstand why we make certain choices, but we always do it for the greater good of the Valheim experience. We are all just doing what we can to make a good game. Having the game blow up as it did gave us a bigger playing field. We were able to do Hearth and Home trailer with hand-painted animations due to the success. Pressure is good. We want to deliver a good product. Well said. Can we expect smaller changes like mini bosses? Hell yeah, or I mean, no, not at all. Wink, 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 wink. Mini bosses, that would be cool. I think we need more things to fight. Oh yeah, myth number 9. I have a video on that. Check out my video on boxes from the carts. They're great for decoration. They make extra storage containers laying around, yeah, you can push them into a ship, and you know, because the ships, they have their little cargo hold, and that's all they can hold. But you can push a lot of boxes, especially onto the long ship, and have a whole lot more storage with those little boxes. And they're not as unwieldy as the carts. And quite frankly, the carts take up too much space. But let's see. Let's see what else is Zion Ellis. Variety is mostly what Valheim needs, and more structures would help do to differentiate one plains from the next, and so on. Yes, absolutely. Let's see. Any chances of having a pause option in single player would be really helpful. I don't think we'll put in a pause button, as you can simply log out. Yep, that's true. That's true. Do you plan to have a fill all button for charcoal, kiln, fire, spinning wheel, of furnaces? Maybe, if the fill all button is cool enough. That is such a Grimcore answer. If they can come up with a cool button, we'll get it. If they can't come up with a cool button, sorry, no cool button. Will spears be looked at in the future? It feels a bit lackluster at the moment. As a single attack range makes it difficult to hit enemies in ground level differences. Let's see. Oh, interesting. I feel like the spear is the only weapon you can actually aim with and throw to use it as a close range melee weapon. Aiming up a hill or down a hill is much easier with a spear than axes. I am a spears only Viking, but yeah, we are always trying improve wonky combat, so there's a big possibility that we change up the spears in combat. That reminds me, if anybody sees a dev answer to one of my questions, please point it out in chat so I can go look for my question about aiming up or down, or I forget. I think I asked a second question too. I forgot already. Is there a possibility for a neck raincoat? Oh, I think we've already. So yeah, oh, here you go. Oh no, yep. So yeah, we've got, we're caught up to his answers. Let's see if he's got any. No new answers from Grimcore. So, and was this the one from? Oh, this is. You know what? Let me pull up this developer's Montillet's. Open a new tab. Is this Montillet? Oh, so here's all the answers by this dev. How soon can we expect to see the new big update? Oh, we already covered that. Miss and Mr. Lands. Will we see any new things added to the game between now and first quarter of 2022? Maybe. Of course, maybe. Let's see here. Build a house in a dark forest. Built 10 hours ago. That's not a recent comment. How do I see recent comments from this person? Am I not on posted by Monthly? Yeah. This should be good, right? This should be there. Oh no, these are all. Guess we don't have any recent comments from this dev. I thought I saw more than one comment. What's up with that? This is Grimcore. I don't know. I have these mixed up somehow. Okay, let's see what else we got. I have to close some of these tabs. I can't actually see which tabs I have open at the top because I'm full screen. Let's see, find another developer who's answering questions, and many metals are finite resources. Oh, that was the question I asked. Let's see, did I get a answer to that? I have to scroll through to find my question, I guess. I'm sure there's a way to find your own question. People are asking questions fast. Oh, there's mine. Oh, yep, not been answered by a dev yet, though. And then my other question. Let's see here. There's got to be a way to find my own question, right? Easily, without having to just scroll through all this. Oh, you know what? Probably if I click on my name, it'll show the questions I've asked. Yeah, I might have to, here, let me close the the view of my page so I don't show anything I don't want to show. I'll turn this on. I'll turn the feed off. So I'm not AFK. That's just my, in case I have to go AFK. Okay, thanks, Zion. No responses yet to either. But I'm still here. I just have my website closed, so I don't show something I shouldn't or don't want to. And let's see here. You just see which tabs I have open. I have a bunch of tabs open, and I want to organize for you guys here real quick. Just let me do that. So I'm getting the main page refreshed and pulling up comments from, well, you know what? I can, does it show, oh, it does show the moderators over here on this side, they're the developers rather. And they said that Robin, yep, so let me close these other tabs real quick. So if you look in Reddit, on the right side, if you scroll down a little bit, it shows the list of moderators, and view all moderators, and then this way I can go to each moderator. Oh, you know what? Not all the moderators are the developers, because I don't see Grimcore on there. Oh well. Okay, so that didn't work. Okay, there we go. So I think I'm a little more organized. Let me turn the feedback on here so you can see what I'm doing if you're watching. I'm back. And let's just refresh Grimcore. Just now. Oh, he responded just now. What has been your favorite part of the game so far, and what are you excited about for what's to come? In all caps, I am ultra hyped for Mistle Dance. For reals. 'Tis going to be awesome. Yeah, I bet it is. Oh, lots of comments. Click my own profile. When can we have chickens and hen houses? The ability to build fueling structures in the future. Oh, that would be really cool, Method number 9. The fuelings have really, really cool structures, especially with all the bones that we pick up, the bone fragments. We really don't have a lot to make with them. I mean, they gave us the shield, which is cool. But if you look at the fueling camps, they have a lot of bone, like decorative things. It'd be nice to be able to make some of those. Let's see here. 1 minute ago, did you ever believe Valheim would be so as successful as it so quickly? Nope, it was a dream come true, of course. Let's see. 3 minutes ago, are you going to add more things for building outside of just Darkwood? Hell yeah, building is not going away. We have cool stuff up our sleeves. Oh, yeah, Mac Trizzle. I'm sure we're going to get, whatchamacallit. Well, they're going to unlock the Christmas tree and the Yule tree and the presents. But yeah, more things would be cool too. Let's see. What else? Will there be more animals? Chickens, cats, rabbits? Yes. He just says yes. Well, of course, there's going to be more animals because each new biome is going to have something, right? I mean, just about every biome has sort of like monstery things, but also sort of like critter things, you know? You think about the swamp. What's the critter in the swamp? I guess the leeches are the boars of the swamp, huh? Or maybe the blobs. Or the blobs are the deer. Let's see here. Parts of the game have been much harder to develop than they might seem. I'm a web dev, so I often see users discussing things as if they're very simple, when under the hood they're quite complex. It makes me wonder what things might seem easy to a player but are very challenging as a developer. There are many things that come to mind. Making the tower shield feel and become a different playstyle was easy to think about, hard to get right. Making the bosses feel different. For me as an artist, keeping a Viking vibe but going outside the Viking aesthetics. Yeah, the complaining, it's a little frustrating for me when I read, comments on their official Discord or YouTube or Reddit where people are complaining, you should do this, I want this. This stuff isn't easy, and some of it's, harder than others. And I'm sure they're doing the best that they can, so let's just keep all the wish list friendly. Because they're people too. When they read nasty comments, I'm sure they have an emotional response to it. So positive reinforcement, constructive criticism, and all that. Rain dancer. Leeches are the boars of the swamp. That's funny. That needs to be on a T-shirt. Yes. Maybe I'll make that T-shirt. I have had a couple of people ask me to make a T-shirt that says "Give them the business," because I say that a lot, as I'm sure some of you know. Leech is not happy. The leeches are not happy. We've seen these other answers. All right. So let's back to the main feed here. Why is it showing me that as a pop-up? Can I just go to that? Like, it's an overlay. Why is it an overlay? How do I just get to... Oh, there we go. I have to open it in a new tab. Oh, there's Montilet. Let's open them up in a new tab. So I got Grimcore here. It's going very slow. There we go. Okay, let's see. 2 minutes ago, are there going to be more furniture pieces to decorate our safe havens? Yes! Exclamation mark. Though what, when, and how many, that's still too soon to say. So there's a few references to frost and fire magic skills in the code. Are you guys still planning on implementing this stuff? I assume for the last two biomes, and if so, what kind of ideas do you have for how magic could be used? Are we going to be enchanting swords and armor, or are we going to be throwing literal fireballs? Also, are we going to be seeing more environmental hazards? The biome has the freezing hazard, but it seems like there's so much more you could do with the concept. Are there any plans for more of these types of hazards in layer biomes, like pockets of foul air in the Mistlands, or extreme storms that make you find some kind of shelter quickly in the north, lest you freeze to death, even with a wolf cloak? You simply have to wait and see. Of course. We have to wait and see. Let's see, am I missing comments in YouTube here? Let's see. Mannequin would be pretty simple. To date, there are no biomes. there are no new biomes, are you saying that we may get more? I think they said that we're AC Black that we're not getting new biomes. The biomes already exist in the game. They're just going to be updating them and adding more content to them. Let's see. Leech is not happy. Some people really wear their entitlement on their sleeves. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Yep. Leeches get steeches. There you go. Hashtag give them the business. Nice to see you here, Gwen. Oh, Gluco's here. What's up, Gluco? He's one of my community players on my server. Welcome. Let's see. How soon can we expect the next big update? I know you're very excited for Mistlands, so are we, but we're still too early in development to be able to say for sure. Oh, it won't be in 2021. Yep. Oh, and we got the eyes. Yeah, we already covered that. So I think we're up to date with Montiliet. There are no plans to change the size of the map. Oh, this is a comment I haven't read before. Is the size of the map final, or it possibly get bigger? There are no plans to change the size of the map. If you want more world to explore, you'll have to start a new seed, or do like me and have a resource server that resets every week, so you have a new world to explore every single week. How awesome is that? Almost awesome enough to become a Patreon of Jiroc's, so he can open up a Patreon-only server and resource server. Thoughts for the future. Since first release, the UI has become more cluttered with numbers on the screen, on screen text for many occasions, exclamation marks over enemies, and many more information notifications of varying types. For those of us who love the immersion aspect and a clean UI, will there ever be a way to turn food timers, server save messages, and similar things off? This is not something we have any plans for, as we feel the UI provides necessary information. There you go. There's an answer to that. Oh yeah, Rain Dancer. Thanks for pointing out Gwen's Halloween build. Gwen and Thorin, they did an amazing job on that one. All right, month number 9. Have fun out there. Let's see, will we be able to get stackable? Oh, no, I think maybe we're catching up with, are there any plans? Oh, here you go. Are there any future plans with Ysigdrasil? The big tree in the sky, maybe the potential for another boss or biome. Ever since I stepped foot in Valheim, I wanted to conquer that tree. There are indeed plans for Ysigdrasil, though maybe not in the way that you expect. Yeah, I think that maybe not in the way you expect is that we're probably never going to walk on it and build on it. But it's interesting that Montiliet says there are indeed plans for Ysigdrasil. I wonder what that could be. I've not heard anything like what could be plans for that tree. That's cool to consider. Let's see here. I think we're caught up with Montiliet. We have to go find, let's refresh Grimcore. I need to find the other devs' comments. Oh, here's one 2 minutes ago from Grimcore. What creature, game mechanic, engine aspect are you most proud of, or is the most fun for you? Thank you for your work. I look forward to what you create in the future, but please don't work too hard. I loved how the sea serpent scared a lot of Vikings. It was a fun creature design, and it was fun making it come to life. I had the pleasure of working on a creature that is coming in the future. I hope many Vikings brown their undies. So I had the pleasure of working on a creature that is coming in the future. I wonder what that is. I mean, there's new creatures coming for each of the new biomes, right? So there's going to be quite a few. Hey, Thorin. Welcome, welcome. Somebody asked, "How are you?" I'm actually good. How are you? He took time to respond to that. Will we see more traders like Haldor? I hope so. Baldur, Galdor, and Trogdor. Did did Grimcore, is Grimcore making a joke, or did he just confirm more traders? Interesting. Mike Bell, there's a release window for Mistlands that it's not going to be. They mentioned in the chat there on Reddit. They said not in 2021, and I mean we're already into November, so it's 2 months. They said it's going to come in 2022. When in 2022 they haven't said. Probably wisely, so they don't raise expectations and have everybody get upset when they can't meet the deadline. But my guess is probably going to be, if I had to say, maybe second quarter 2022, if I had to guess. Sooner would be better, of course. Let's see. Oh, yep. We already caught up to his comments here. So we'll refresh to see if we have a new comment here. Nope. Okay, we'll go back to Mont. I need to get some of the other devs' comments up here. Okay, so yes, I need to find comments from other developers. Let's go to Q&A. Well, best, you'd think they would respond to the best ones, right? Maybe? Got to find other developers. Oh, there's Smithy. Okay, here, let's open up a tab for Smithy and see Smithy's responses. Oh, Smithy's not answering too often. The last answer was 45 minutes ago. Let's see. How are you planning to balance the ocean biome difficulty since it is so present in between the progression of the game and general throughout the other biomes? Hi, happy face, smiley face. There are multiple ways we could balance the ocean biome. You will probably encounter ocean biome, so to balance such a biome would be very different from how we have balanced other biomes, but we have plenty of ways to do game balance. We can balance a biome depending on what different monsters, bosses, and other key things you have done in the game. Example, you will not get the troll event unless you have killed an actual troll in game, and also you have to kill the elder for them to trigger. We could also use range from middle of the map as a trigger, since we have mountains having a minimum range from center of the world to spawn in, and some monsters do not get starred versions unless you are X distance from the boss stone location map center point. So there you go. If you're looking for starred versions, you got to get further away. We could also balance on actual places like a swamp biome, but under the water level. There are a few different ways we could balance a large biome like the ocean. Yeah, that's what I was thinking when I read that question. Was like the raid events, you get higher level raids with each new boss you've killed, because as you kill a new boss, you have better gear, you're further along in the game. So let's say you kill the elder and suddenly you get sharks in the ocean, and maybe you kill bone mass and you get what is it? The big squid, the big squid thing, a kraken, like a kraken or something. That a kraken would be cool. I've seen there's a really cool YouTube video with somebody having a mod with a kraken. Oop, stay here. Okay. Oh, have you thought about a more specific biome, I guess, like a deep waters biome that generates further out and spawns harder enemies? No, those biomes that are in the game at the moment are those that will be in the game. Yep. So no new biomes being added. It sounds like this isn't the first time we've seen this. Just adding content to the new biomes. I like hedgehogs. Smithy likes hedgehogs too, which probably doesn't mean we're going to see hedgehogs, but any plans to allow us to plant? Oh, we have already seen that. Hi again. We don't have any plans. As blah blah. We want players to move around, not play Valheimville. Yeah, no Valheimville. Zion Ellis in chat. A bit sad to lose that progression once you transfer to a new world. Maybe if it is on placing the trophy, though, you could transfer some along with your character. Yeah, if you want the difficulty. I mean, if you're playing a single player world, and you want a new world to be more difficult, what you can do is you can go find my video on how to enable hard mode first off, and you can do things like no portals. You can enable no map so that you don't have a radar or a map. Makes navigation more difficult. But then I also talk about how you can use admin commands to spawn in each boss, kill them, and then start your new character in the world. And depending on how far up the line of bosses you go, your world will be that much harder with the raids. So there's that option if you want it. Let's see. Oh, now, McTrizzle, let's not make it political. But they are being protective of expectations, absolutely. Yeah. And I mean, it makes sense. So many developers, get harassed by the community when they say, we're going to do this and this is when it's coming. And then they change their plans, or like Valheim, like Iron Gate did, they changed the roadmap for Valheim, and then people got really upset. I've even talked to some of them directly in voice chat in my server on my Discord, and some people are upset that they had a roadmap and then they changed it. Got to be a little, you gotta take what you can get, basically. Yeah, it's true. All politicians are trying to give the answer that causes the least amount of chaos, right? They don't want to raise expectations and then not be able to meet them. And game developers are doing the same thing. I mean, look at No Man's Sky. They were one of the poster childs for don't set expectations too high, because they said that the game was going to be able to do all this stuff, even on like late night talk shows and stuff. And then the game came out and it couldn't do it, could only do about 10% of what he said it could do. Years later now it can do a lot more of those promises, but still the community was quite upset with that. Let's see. And we're on to the single player and multiplayer question for Smithy, which we've already seen. So I'm just going to come back up to the top, refresh real quick, see if we got any new answers. Oh, we got one just now. Refresh, just got an answer. Happy to see you agree with the idea. Cheers. Whatever that idea was. Let's see. There should be a few 10,000s up to almost 100,000 of each metal, tin, iron, copper, silver. Oh, that's my question. Smithy answered my question in game. So running out shouldn't really be a problem unless people harvest like crazy and don't share with each other. The game isn't meant to be played like an MMORPG though, so respawning meadows and or isn't planned. There you go. Answer to my question, which is why I have a resource server, and I'll probably continue to have a resource server as long as I run a main Valheim server. Because yeah, new players coming in, they can't find tin, so we're just gonna leave that up. Let's see. This question I think maybe we missed too. What creature, game mechanic, engine aspect are you most proud of, or is the most fun for you? This is for Smithy answering this. I think one of the other devs answered this. Since I don't produce things for the game, I must say the first creature I helped to balance was a lot of fun. It was the Fueling Shaman. The explosions, the protective shield, and all that makes it a really fun thing to fight against. Okay, so Smithy had some input on that. Yep, Zion, I realized that after the fact that it was a reply to my own post. Oh yes, Christy, good point. Yeah, they No Man's Sky developers, now they don't give any information ahead of time. They just drop the big update all of a sudden on you. Oh, and then we answer how the ocean biome difficulty question. Okay, let's check Montiliet. I don't know if that's how it's said, but it's fun to say it that way. Oh, here we go, just now. They answered, do you have any plans for utilizing some of the materials that lose their usefulness late game, such as trollhide bones, withered bones? Maybe used for a sail design, skull, throne, respectively. Absolutely love your game. It's always nice to be able to have more uses for items, so hopefully, yes. Yeah, hopefully. Meaning nothing in the works, but if you keep bringing them up. Let's see. Have you ever thought about having 2 starting areas? You could choose between red or blue tribe, for example, but you won't know where the other starting area is. Then we could have some mini Viking wars. It's a cool idea, but Valheim is a PvE game rather than a PvP game, so it's not something we have plans for. You'll have to set that up yourself and mod the game if you want to do that. Let's see if we have any recent ones. Oh, yep, we've already seen those answers. Come back over here to Grimcore. What creature game mechanic are you most proud of? Yeah. Yep, so no new answers from Grim and Smithy. Just now. I like hedgehogs. Smithy likes hedgehogs too. This feels like a teaser. I would suggest you don't look too seriously into our replies on this matter. Yes. Hey there, Mengayu Solo? Something like that. Welcome to the stream. Let's see. Find some more developers. They said all these developers up here. Oluma, I haven't seen any by JS Mars or this ZVXVXZ. So I've got 3. I need to find these 3. Let's see, are they in the list of mods? Don't see them. So, yeah, if anybody has seen a reply by Henrik here, or Luma, Andreas, or Jonathan, let me know and I will look for them. Let me refresh this page, though, too, and see what else pops up. And going to sort by Q&A. Yeah, we've seen the batches of 10, but bears in the Black Forest. Yeah, KB, they've said many times that they're not going to do any official mod support, unfortunately. So we're on our own for mods. But as I was mentioning to somebody earlier, a good way to do mods is just to create an entire copy of your Valheim folder with your executable file, and just name that folder Valheim mods, and then you can stick all the mods in there and never mess with your original Valheim installation. So that way you can mess around and play with mods. Yeah, let's try that. So that's the name. Oh yeah, see, doing a find for this isn't popping it because I don't have all the replies opened. I could probably do this though in the search. No members. Maybe they're sitting with somebody and they're answering with them. Yeah. So that's actually not their tag because there was nothing showing up for that user. See, it says 0 members. But Luma's had a somewhere. Why doesn't it show me? See more posts, please. No, not going to show me more. Oh, you did it to best? Let me try that. Go back. Yeah, let's sort by best. Oh, it is sorting by best now. Okay. And then, oh, wait, no, Luma. Oh, there's Luma. Okay, well, let's look at Luma's now. See, you guys are all way ahead of me because you're not chatting and being distracted. I'm trying to chat and do this at the same time. It's like patting my head and rubbing my belly at the same time. It's hard to do. Let's see. So 12 minutes ago, what creature game mechanic? Oh, so the most proud of question that the others answered. I really love the troll, Luma says. I still remember my first encounter with that big blue thing and how scared I was seeing him walking out there in the woods. I didn't dare go close to him. There are also a lot of hilarious videos out there of people encountering the troll and get even more scared than me. I love it. Yeah, the troll's definitely super fun, especially when you're new and you first encounter it. Which popular mechanics, builds, or playstyles have surprised you since the game's release? Yeah, Christy, streamer brain. Let's see here. Honestly, we see new builds every day, and I still keep getting the mind blow experience. I don't know how people do it, but it's awesome and very cool to see what players accomplish and how you find ways to use items in new ways. This one is probably old, but my current personal favorite is how people build shelves and pantries using chairs. Yeah, definitely. Chairs make for a great decorative type element in a lot of things, in addition to shelves. Can we get Berserker mushrooms? Hello, there are currently no plans on adding such mushrooms. That's interesting that they took time to answer some of these questions. Oh, Dipstick is here. Howdy, Dipstick, and he's one of the new members to my community Valheim server. Let's see here. When can we pet those animal babies? Oh, right. That's not a thing at the moment. Sad face. I shall poke some folks in the team furiously and gently and see if we can make that happen. I really want to pet those cute little fellas. Yes, that would be fun. I love seeing the little animal with the hearts and saying it loves me because I love them too. Oh, I love you too. Um, will we ever be able to craft chains? Also, I love the game. Best $20 I ever spent. And I have to agree. And I've actually spent $40 because I have a second copy so I can do my little skits with two characters. Luma says, hello, hearing that you love the game truly warms my heart. We currently don't have any plans on making chains craftable, though. I know it can be frustrating at times to farm those chains, and we did increase the wraith spawns a little bit not too long ago to make them somewhat easier to find. Further tweaks may come in the future. In chat, Dirty Bird asks, where do you find these blue mushrooms? Blue mushrooms don't exist in the game currently. I'm guessing that they had plans for them originally and scrapped them, or they're going to be in a future biome update. But the only way to get them right now is with admin commands. You can spawn them in. For example, on my server, I'm going to have my first race event. It's going to be a foot race on my server, and the winner of that foot race is going to get 10 blue mushrooms spawned in by myself to decorate with as a reward. So yeah, you can get them by playing on my server and win an event, and you might get them as a reward, or if you want to do it in your own server, just spawn them in with admin commands. A lot of people do that for creative builds when they're just building in creative. I think we've already seen the answer to the would you rather fight 20 neck size bone mass or one bone mass size neck question. Would be nice to dungeon crawl more, and rewards don't have to be uber, just dies or cosmetical armor pieces. So fun to go on adventures with friends. So question is, any plans introducing small quests for solo or small parties that gives cosmetic rewards? Hello, fellow adventurer. Quests specifically won't be added to the game. However, there are many over at Iron Gate, me included, who love dungeon crawling. With that said, we are thinking of ways how we can force players out of their comfort zone to go out and explore even more. I think they're talking to you, Gwen. How this will be implemented, if ever, is yet to be decided, though. New biomes and the upcoming Mountains dungeon feels like a good start to scratch that itch. So another confirmation of Mountain Dungeons by Luma. Hey there, Dirty Bird. I think the fishing pole is the only thing they're going to give us for catching fish. Hey there, B. Elliott from Southeast Texas. Thanks for watching, You're Adopted. Yes, Rain Dancer. The comfort zone is comfortable. Let's see here. Will you consider adding traps and defenses? Yes, something we consider in the future, but I mean, Admiral Akbar voice. Yeah, we already saw that. I meant traps for wild animals, fish, but yeah, could be cool as well. Oh, in that case, not sure if there will be such traps added. It's something we are considering, though. We'd love to make the fishing in-game more interesting, for example. In what ways, I cannot say just yet. Sorry. Oh yeah, Zion, the mountain dungeons are very exciting. I love those pictures they gave us a little sneak peek of. So I think that's it from Luma for now. And, oh, it's after 12, so maybe they've stopped answering live questions. Let's check the others here. So Smithy's last one. See, refreshing. Nope, no new one from Smithy. From Montiliet. I think no new ones from them either. Oh yeah, Dirty Bird, no problem. Let's see here. 28 minutes ago, he answered that. Grimcore is usually one of the most active, so if he's not answering questions live, then the others might have stopped too. But there's still 2 developers. I only have tabs for 4 of the 6. So I'm missing. Who am I missing? I'm missing Hendrik. Let's see if I search for this. Oh, there he is. Oh, okay. Let's look at this developer's answers to the questions. All right. So Henrik says, what creature game? Oh, so they're answering that question too. Are you most proud of? And this is Hendrik. Says, I personally like the small but not insignificant feature of having to build a chimney in your house. Yeah, that's such a fun mechanic, and if you don't have proper ventilation, you can get smoked out and start taking damage. As a matter of fact, I almost killed myself in my new house the other day. I wasn't paying attention, and when I finally looked over, I had 4 health left and managed to run out before I died because of the smoke inhalation. But that's a fun mechanic. And actually, trees falling is like the most fun mechanic, right? Like, it's one of the most dangerous enemies in the game are falling trees. Let's see. I'm kind of confused on the role of publishers versus developers in video games in general. I get that Iron Gate develops and it is the creative force behind the game, but what exactly is Coffee Stain's role? Do they help with resources, expertise, or is there more to it than that? Let's see. Henrik says, as has already been mentioned, the publisher of Valheim is actually Coffee Stain Publishing. Although they are part of the Coffee Stain family, they aren't that involved with the daily business of Coffee Stain Studios, which are the developers of Satisfactory. Besides having provided initial funding for Iron Gate, thank you very much, Coffee Stain Publishing helps out with marketing and industry expertise. They know a lot of people. They have no active role in the development or future direction of Valheim, although they like to provide us with ideas, some good, some bad. Yeah, feedback is always some good, some bad. As a filmmaker, I know that all too well. There are no work relationships between the Satisfactory developers and Iron Gate. So there we go with that. Let's look at your comments here in YouTube real quick. Gwen says, I'm fully expecting changes with fish, maybe recipes, given they now have different fish species in game. Yeah, more fish recipes would be cool. And actually, I'd love to see fish on item stands. That's a question I forgot to ask. I want to decorate with fish on item stands. And I'm sure they're not answering questions anymore. But I'm going to ask it anyways in case they see it. Will we be able to put the different fish onto item stands to decorate with? There we go. Let's see if I get a response to that. And we go back, what are we at? Here we go. Let's see Henrik's other, yes, Dipstick, singing Billy Bass. Hydrogen Missile says, hopefully they can throw in a trader locator in the new dungeon. think they want you to sail around and explore for that. Be hilarious to use a party member to troll for sea serpents. I'd like to be able to hook up a deer to my cart. Would be nice to have a cart for the locks, that's for sure. Building mode is so awesome. Good as I've seen published. Destroy good games. Beta to up. Having to, Zion says, have to always negotiate that you retain full control when making an agreement with the publisher. Done my large amount of research on the topic. Oh yeah, I've lived it. I've lived it, my friend. They put an edit out. Looks like they're done. Oh, okay. And you can put grilled fish on item stands, as I did in the tavern kitchen. Not as interesting, though. Yeah, grilled fish, definitely. You guys, if you ever get a chance to see, I'm going to be doing a server tour video coming out here pretty soon of my server. And in Gwen's Tavern, she has one of the most amazing spreads on her tavern table. She put things together in a really clever way. Can't wait to show you all. Grilled fish and a Surtling trophy for the head. There you go. Well, yeah, let's see if I refresh this. It'll probably say that they're done. Oh, there you go. AMA now over. But I'm going to continue as I go through the other devs' comments here if you want to stick around. Let's see here. So they answered the question about Coffee Stain, and then no question, just wanted to say thanks for an awesome game. Thank you for playing. Will there come a time when players will be able to build assets that spawn in the world that are currently uncraftable? For example, leather and bone pieces from fueling villages, a vertical 2x1 stone wall, and a large 3x3 stone slab that can spawn in some pre-built plains buildings. I would love to have the leather roofing awning the fuelings use. We don't have any plans for such a feature currently, sorry. However, in the case of the fueling buildings, they may become available for construction in the future because we agree that they look pretty neat. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier just on comments. Oh yeah, and if you guys in chat have seen the Valheim Halloween video that Gwen and Thorin that they built, that I did a little video of, they have a Frankenstein table, and yeah, he has fish feet and sausage fingers. It's awesome looking. Check it out. Let's see here. Do you guys see yourselves having a more frequent update schedule? I know a lot of fans are disappointed after seeing the roadmap, only having one update in almost a whole calendar year. Love the game. Have been having a ton of fun with Hearth and Home, but none of my friends are back. He says, after the early access release, we launched an ambitious roadmap that we had to backtrack on because in our case, it didn't facilitate development of good content. Our development cycle became boxed in. So yeah, while we are aware that this not maybe the best strategy for player retention, the written roadmap from now until 1.0 release will consist of the 3 final biomes, Mistlands, Ashlands, and Deep North. Individually, these biomes will most likely take between 6 to 9 months to develop, hopefully on a scale sloping downwards. So if anybody wants to know when Mistlands is coming out, that's, you know, kind of a good indicator, 6 to 9 months. From when, though? Maybe from Hearth and Home, I would guess. So 6 months from Hearth and Home. I forget exactly when Hearth and Home released, but at the best 6 months from that. Have you considered adding abilities to combat mechanics where reaching a specific level threshold, or let me restart that, I got lost. Have you considered adding abilities to combat mechanics when reaching a specific level threshold? Like for instance, getting level 60 bow skill could unlock a multi-shot ability or dual wielding swords after reaching a certain level. And they say, we have considered it, but will not be implementing such a feature since we don't want the skill system to be too pervasive. The skill system should work in a supportive manner rather than being a goal in itself. There you go. All right, B. Elliott, have fun. Have fun out there. Thanks for stopping by. Let's see here. Some other comments in chat. Dirty Bird says, love this game. Thank you for making it a part of my life and my many friends. Most of us are disabled in some way or another. Keep us in mind, please. Battling functions of the game. I think some people think that I'm one of the developers. I'm just one of its enthusiasts. And I was a beta tester. But that does not make me a developer, no. Rain Dancer said, this is such a great game. Looking forward to future developments. And thank you, Jiroc, for quickly becoming my favorite Valheim channel. I should dip back offline and, actually do work. Thanks for coming by, Rain Dancer. I appreciate it. Let's see here. Have you considered that the armor would not take up space from the inventory? Yes, we have, but we decided against it because we feel it is good as it is. It is plausible that we will add more inventory space, though. So yeah, if Christy is still in the chat, that was a question I think she asked. And yeah, there you go. I like it the way it is. Having a paper doll with the inventory slots just adds more interface to deal with. And I like the minimal interface the way they've got it. With it just taking up space in your inventory, it's fine. For me, I totally understand if you don't like it. That's, we all have our preferences for sure. Will you add in the future water physics so it flows? I dug a hole to make a lake ship dock and can't fill it with water now. Anticipate a possibly no from the devs being able to make water flow. Similarly to tar pits would require a big game engine overhaul, not mentioning that it will most likely kill frames. Likely not worth the effort. And he says, yes, this. So yeah, we're not going to see flowing water. Sorry, we won't add water physics to Valheim. It's not feasible to alter the game engine in such a major way at this late stage of the game's development. And do you have plans on what you will do after the current roadmap is finished? Will you leave it as a finished game or continue bringing more and more updates? Personally, I would love for it to have a solid end, but I'm interested in hearing if there are any plans surrounding it. He says, when we've released the 3 final biomes, Mistlands, Ashlands, Deep North, the game will have a solid end. You will be able to win the game. This will be Valheim 1.0, and we will consider the game as having left active development. That being said, of course, we will still support the game, so there will be patches and most likely some content updates from time to time. Ooh. See, content is, obviously, I would expect them to do patches for bug fixes and things, but adding a little bit more content, even though it's when it is in full release, that would be awesome. Also, we will work on the ocean biomes before 1.0. So there you go. Ocean biome will get some work before final release. Any plans for more uses for black metal? It's so abundant, it seems like it makes for blah, blah, blah. It says, we will probably find more uses for black metal as we develop new biomes. Yes, I'm fully expecting, like I said earlier, black metal armor. All right, Gwen, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I've been on for almost 2.5 hours now, looks like. Let me just get through the last bits of their comments that I didn't get to because I was wandering around in Reddit possibly. Oh yeah, I would definitely buy a DLC to help support them and give them some more money. Zion. Let's see. How plausible is adding oars to the longbow? Oh, we already discussed that. Not happening, not happening. Or ever see more of Haldor's kin? It feels kind of weird. He's the only normal dwarf out there. He earns money without any places to spend it himself. There are rumors that more of Vergerkin are making their way to Valheim. Haldor was something of a trailblazer, you might say. I think this is the second post where they've confirmed more more merchants, right? I think Grimcore mentioned it somewhere, the names of the other ones. Any plans to add more bigger overworld structures like the Draugr villages? For example, a sunken stronghold in the swamp, old mine shafts in the mountains, or temples in the plains. And before I see the answer, I put a a longship in one of the little pools of water in the swamp, completely landlocked, just as a decorative element next to a little house I built there, and it looks absolutely awesome in the swamp. If you haven't done that, try it. Just for a decorative element, it looks amazing. Of course, you can watch my video on building ships on dry land in like Dry Dock too, if you haven't seen it. Bigger overworld structures. They say, yes, there are plans for bigger locations. Building these locations are quite big tasks already, so it may take some time to build even more impressive stuff, but it will be done sooner or later. And this confirms Devoid, the head developer, has mentioned that he wants to have bigger structures found out in the world as well. Ooh, and that's 5 months ago. I'm into 5 months ago. And nobody said anything. Love the videos, Jiroc. Thanks for the stream. Have a good day. Hey, thanks for saying so, Hurricane, and thanks for stopping by. Yep. More shops, more vendors would be cool. I think there's one other developer that I have yet to. Yeah, JS Mars. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Okay, when I look through JS Mars, that will be the last one. And yeah, I'm pretty sure because like Grimcore hasn't answered anything since that last 28-minute one. Yeah. So this is the last developer whose answers that I have yet to go through. So let me do that real quick for y'all, if you're just listening. Any chances of a drawbridge, ladder, or trapdoor building pieces? Always a chance. Which means no plans, probably. I was wondering if the pre-order stuff like the Odin Cape and stuff would be available to purchase for people that didn't pre-order. Sorry, there are no plans for this. Selling it seems like a douche move, in my opinion. Yeah, they've always wanted to stay away from the microtransactions or getting money from people for stuff. I mean, and it wasn't a pre-order thing. It was a beta tester. If you were able to get into the beta test like I did last year, I just by chance I think I was playing 7 Days to Die, and I was just thinking, wow, Viking survival game would be great. I wonder if there are any out there. And I just did a Google search, and I found Valheim in its early beta stages. And then I applied for beta testing, and I eventually got in. And then that's how I was able to get the mead horn of Odin, and then the hood and the cape also. But yeah, they said no more plans for stuff like that, at least not right now. And definitely nobody else will get them except for the beta testers. They've said that multiple times in the past, if you're wondering. Let's see. Before I go on, let's see. What in YouTube? Oh my gosh, I just thought of this. I should have asked if they can make it so that trees and plants grow very, very, very slowly over time. That way we have to maintain our things. Yeah, they do just kind of just pop up, don't they? Yeah, huge respect to Valheim devs. Let's see. Will trees have fruits? Pine cones? Question mark. Smiley face. Do you have plans to support different game modes in the future, such as Iron Man with achievements, etc.? More difficulty modes will likely be added down the road, and achievements as well, but probably not before the early access is complete. So that's interesting. I've not heard them mention that might be a possibility. Yep, Dipstick 7 Days to Die is my game. I was playing that game before it hit Steam. Back when the terrain was blocky like Minecraft. And to watch how it's developed over the years has been amazing. I've put so many hours into that game. I'm looking forward to Alpha 20. I may even start an Alpha 20 server for those interested. Join my Discord server, and you'll find out when I launch it. If they ever get around to launching Alpha 20, they've said it will launch before December. Let's see, back to the AMA for JS Mars. I am currently studying game development, and my dream is to one day work for a small indie studio similar to yours. Do you have any tips, advice you can give me? How do you guys form your studios? Try to make a bunch of cool things, make them look good and be fun to play. Post them on the internet and get feedback that will help you build up a portfolio to find a job or release something on your own. Iron Gate was formed by Devoid while working on the Valheim prototype, and more people were added closer to and after EA release. Early access release. All right, Leo just sent in his application to join my Viking playground. I'll definitely be looking at those applications later. I try to get to them at least once a day if I can. Let's see, is there going to be some sort of boss in the ocean biome? And when are you planning on updating Ashlands and Deep North biomes? Ashlands, Deep North, and Ocean will see a lot of new additions and will be worked on after Mistlands. So yeah, it's all about Mistlands for now. Are you guided by a list of features content that once complete will mean the game is done and ready to ship, or is it that something you're still working out as you adapt to your sudden and monumental success? He says, we have quite a healthy mix of planned features and at the same time not being limited by it. If we get some cool ideas we want to make, we will make it. It's too early to say exactly what we will and won't be in the final version and how long a time it will take to get there. Yeah, so not setting up any expectations, but saying that they would just like to do it. How did you come up with the idea of stamina and health being based on food eaten? Because honestly, it is the best implementation of a food system in a game I've ever seen. And I would have to say, yes, that's super amazing. They do it. I've never seen a game do that. Usually your health and stamina go up as you level, but in this game it's as you eat, which is totally unique. Levels the playing field for everybody. Thanks, we're glad you like it. The answer, I would say, is just a lot of play testing. And any plans to build ships would be very cool if you make a build system for the houses. Don't have to be so many degrees of freedom. No current plans for this, sorry. I have seen someone build a very impressive huge battleship, though. Only problem is that it can't move. Unless you have mods. Because I've seen mods make buildings and ships sail around the ocean. Let's see here. Will there ever be automation options for refueling things like fires, torches, or other things that may need fuel? Or queuing options for cooking so you can make multiple without all the clicks? There are currently no plans for automation in such a way. Sorry. Smiley face. Are there any planned updates regarding defending our bases? Setting up traps. Setting up trap guards who can be paid to protect the village. Archer towers. Love the idea of more of a tower defense mode during these attacks. This has been discussed, but it's also a hard thing to balance as we don't really have any limitations on how much you can build, and we want to keep you on your toes. Yeah, the castle defense, I would love to see raids be way more involved than they are now to make the sort of castle defense portion of the game better. Oh, one of the things I was going to ask and I forgot was if they're going to make it so that mobs can go up and down trenches, because right now that's how a lot of people cheese their base defense, right? You just dig a trench and then the mob's stuck on the other side. It can't get to you. but you can go down a trench and come back up the other side of the trench just by running and sprinting and jumping. I mean, I would love to see mobs not be stopped by trenches or any incline of terrain. You know, make us have to use walls and spikes and, you know, our weapons to defend our bases. But I forgot to ask. Let's see here. I said last one in my last comment, but I lied. Here's my absolute last one. I'd really like to put ground on my roofs, as you see on some Viking houses. Just grass, of course, but it looks awesome. Not a question, actually, more of a wish. Thanks for the suggestions. No current plans for that exact item at the moment, but more build pieces will definitely come in the future. And what's the possibility of more armor customizing, like an artisan table to add ornaments to item slots, i.e. chests have a shoulder slot for a trophy, belt can hold a potion or arrows. Upcoming content patches will include more gear variation, but currently no plans to be able to alter items in such a way. Sorry. Let's see some comments here in YouTube chat. I 100% agree with that, but sad to have that method to completely nullify raids. Yeah. Would be cool to see a massive crossbow as a defense on top of a castle rampart. Yeah, that would be awesome. Especially for those trolls. Mobs walking up trenches. Oh, no. Oh, hell yeah, Dipstick. You could walk up it. The mob should, too. You got to use them spikes and walls to protect your base. So needs player control and fire massive bolts. Yeah, absolutely. For that massive crossbow. Let's see, a couple more things they answered here. What parts of the game have been much harder to develop than they might seem? I'm a web dev, so I often see users discussing things as if they're very simple. Oh, I think I answered this one earlier. Keeping a good balance between fixing current issues, optimizing, improving current feature areas, building new features and areas, and keeping game running smoothly to feel polished. Yeah, all that. Any plans on adding weapon and armor specific slots? No. No, they're not going to do that. Will server restricted characters ever be introduced? Ah, yes. Will server restricted characters ever be introduced? I.e. preventing people from entering with characters they've played on other servers. And they say we will likely add world options in the future, as this has been discussed as a possibility, but no promises at the moment. So even just mentioning this as a possibility is awesome. Because, I mean, right now for my servers, I have to rely on, you know, the honesty of people, you know. You just have to trust them to not bring in things from other servers, you know, server hopping, to keep it a level playing ground. And, you know, it's no fun to do that. You know, why go out, why play the game and go out and do stuff in the game and harvest and whatnot if you can just go to another server, spawn in what you want, and then come on to somebody's multiplayer server with all that stuff. It takes all the fun away. Is there mythological inspiration behind the Greylings or Grey Dwarfs? The other replies in this thread seem highly likely. You can click on that if you want to read everybody else's replies. I just want to see what the devs say. Is there a chance that popular mods will be the official version of the game? That popular mods will be the official version of the game. There's a lot of good ideas, thanks. We do not officially support mods and will be making the official content ourselves. That said, it is very impressive to see how dedicated the modding community is. Yep, they only want what they want in their, you know, vanilla version of the game, because it's their vision. It's Devoid's vision. He's done really good so far. He has a great eye for how the game should be, and I'm just going to trust him. But yeah, if you want to play with mods, you know, go for it. Do whatever it makes you have fun. Baby animals transporting ships, carts, backpack. Hey there, baby animals are mostly for cuddling and shouldn't be used for hard labor. This might be the best AMA answer so far. Yes, no baby animal slave labor out there, everybody. Any plans for adding bears? so you can make a Berserker set with their drops or dies for changing the armor colors. The bear question has been answered above. Variation and adding ways to personalize your armor has been discussed, but nothing is decided as of now, which means they don't have any plans for either, but you never know. Is the size of the map final, or will it possibly get bigger as it stands? It won't change. As it currently would be some technical challenge with changing it, but if there's enough reason for it in the future, we may look into it. Will you be adding horses? I think this is answered further up. We already added a mountable creature, but there may very well be more mounts in the future. Yeah, I think Grimcore, someone answered that also. Yes, polar bears in the far north would be awesome. And then polar bear pets that follow you around like the wolves. Do you plan to have a fill all button for charcoal? But if you're not spamming E, you won't be able to overfill them as you can now. People would be furious if we fix that. Yeah, there is a little bug that if you hit your E key really fast when you're filling, you can get 1 or 2 extra in there. Yeah, so probably not. No fill all. I was wondering if you're going to add multiple rogue armors. Great example is troll hide armor and possibly even heavier armors. They give extra defense but reduce speed even further. For every stage of the game, it would sure be interesting to mix foods with certain defensive equipment. Edit, I forgot to mention if armors could have small visual updates for each upgrade, it would really enhance the experience in my opinion. There will be more armor added in future content patches that will offer some more variation. Polar bear mounts. Yes, polar bear mounts. That would be awesome. I love the quick and stealthy gameplay that the troll hide armor set provides. Unfortunately, that armor set is really only viable mid-game. Are there any plans to make some of the early mid-game armor sets more viable end-game, or to make an end-game hide-based armor set with the same stealth bonus and no movement penalties? And yeah, there will be more gear options in upcoming content patches that will offer some more variation. So there is that. Let's see. Any plans for increasing biodiversity at all? Big fan of the game, but would love some more variety of animals. Oh, we've seen this one. Can we fight bears? Answered in another post above, meaning no plans for it, but who knows. Will it be possible to construct and use a lure at some point for gathering allies or to terrify foes and general awesomeness? Lures, huh? I don't know what a lure is, so I just Googled it. And what is a lure? Lures are a mixture of Aboriginal Iranian tribes originating from Central Asia. Construct and use a lure? I think they're talking about something else. Sounds like a good idea. No definite plans for this, but something we have been discussing. They have discussed a lure. I'll have to look into that. I don't know what that is. What creature, game mechanic, engine aspect are you most proud of? The openness and seeing all the fun ways people play and die in the game is so much fun to see. Also being able to work on a game that is fun to play in the evening, even after working on it all week. Yeah, I'm sure they get a kick out of seeing people's experiences in all this hard layer. Oh, Viking horn. Right. Okay, thank you for that. Yep, now that makes sense. I Googled LURS, and I should have Googled LUR. And my phone just thought I was talking to it because I said the GOOGLE word. Stupid phone. I hate you now. Boar currently are terrified by fire, which is fine by me. However, they can see fire through several walls. Is it possible to add a line of sight check instead of X meters checking for boar seeing fire? It's sort of dumb that the pen next to the barn longhouse has them freaking out because I put a fire inside in the chimney area in another building 3 walls away. Yeah, that is an issue. Let's see. They say as performance is already an issue in areas with a lot of buildings, we have opted for a simpler approach here. No current plans to change this at the moment, but if enough people request it, maybe it's something we could look at. So if you really want that, maybe you come over here and vote that comment up. Maybe they'll see it at some point. Are there any plans to add a difficulty option? I would love to be able to set it to easy mode with the ability to keep my items on death and to be able to bring all items through portals. We have been discussing different world modifiers, and easy mode is likely something we would be adding then, as it is highly requested feature. So yeah, that sounds like something that they may be coming. Sorry, I won't say the GOOGLE word because, yeah, it fires up. Same with the ALEXA word. If I say that, then you know who goes crazy, starting to ask me questions. Hey, Greg. Hello. Let's see here. I don't have any questions, but I just want to let you guys know how much I love the game. He says, thanks. The newest dream text in Hearth and Home have me wondering, is there going to be a dream biome? That's a fun idea, smiley face. Sadly, but there are no plans for this at the moment. The planned biomes have been announced, and it's Mistlands, Ashlands, Deep North, and Ocean. To clarify, do you mean full 3-axis orbital rotation rather than just single-axis rotation as exists now? The current system, they say, the answer is the current system doesn't support this as we want to calculate structure stability, etc. So there are no plans for 3-axis rotation at the moment. And yeah, I mean, besides the difficulty in the work and having to reprogram the structural integrity of buildings, I kind of get that they designed certain build pieces to only orient certain ways so that you can only do certain things with it. I mean, I think it's kind of goofy. Some of the builds I see on Reddit and YouTube where people are rotating things with mods in a bunch of weird ways. I mean, it's fun, their builds, and it's great if they want to do that with mods, but you know, it takes away the actual like role-playing aesthetic of the pieces, which they have a very clear vision for, which, you know, I can appreciate that that's the direction they want to go. Which popular mechanics, builds, or play styles have surprised you since the game's released? He says huge boat builds, modern houses, Ghibli villages, and boat races. Keep the creative juices flowing. Yeah. People do a lot of crazy stuff with the build mechanics. Will we be able to dive the ocean? And if yes, maybe find treasures or sunken ships? Hey there. We have been discussing this as it sounds like a lot of fun, but there's currently no definite plans for or against. Personally, I'd love to see this, and it would be fun to work on. So since there are no definite plans for it, we may not see that anytime soon. Yep, that looks like that's the end of his AMA answers. I can refresh the others super quick, but I'm sure they are all done as well. Yep, that's an hour ago. That'll probably be up an hour ago. 2 hours ago, Smithy was less active than some of the other ones. Is that updating? Yep. 52 minutes, and of course Grimcore is probably like an hour plus ago. Yeah. Yep, there we go. Well, yeah, there you go. I've been on for 2 hours and 46 minutes now, at least. I think I started a few minutes early. But if you're just joining the stream, I see I'm up to 75. I have 75 viewers. Yeah, you've got almost 3 hours of me talking through all of the posts. I'll probably go back through all of these posts and create a little video highlights of the AMA. I think that would be cool. I think people who weren't able to come into the stream here might get a kick out of that. But yeah, unless anybody has any questions for me now, I'm probably going to sign off here in just a minute. So I'll give you a chance to ask any last minute questions here about me, my videos, recommend any videos that maybe I can do. If you have any questions about my servers, the Jiroc Viking Playground, or its companion server, the Resource server, which resets every week, so you have new worlds to explore and harvest from. My Discord server, if you're looking to play in a multiplayer Valheim, we are accepting new members right now. We have 30 regular active players. Let's see, Britvenia asks, what causes Valheim to crash during gameplay, then causes it to crash each and every attempt to log in? That is most likely a Windows issue. I've seen the developers respond to that question a lot on Discord. And after some troubleshooting with individuals, it looks like it's usually their Windows is having problems. So if you, if you're having problems with Windows with other things too, then that's probably a sign that you should probably do a fresh install, and hopefully that fixes your issue. Obviously, do all the things, make your drivers up to date and whatnot. Oh yeah, and Greg Phillips says, I missed everything and just got here, so a summary video would be awesome. Thanks. Yeah, absolutely. And again, if you have time, if you're driving home, have chores to do, whatever, and you just need something to listen to in the background, there's almost 3 hours of me gabbing away about the AMA here. You can watch the replay or rewind. Let's see. Dusty Stotler says, I need to ask them about ore-specific gates in the future. I have a very good idea I will post in the Discord later. Yeah, absolutely. They have a channel for suggestions, so go for it. Mango, Dirty Bird, the skills sinking is by design to make it harder to get. You will need to harpoon the serpents in shallow waters. Yep. Dipstick, thanks, Jiroc. Great work as always. See you in the Viking Playground. Yep, absolutely. Thanks for stopping by, Dipstick. I've gotten Brass Ickles says, I've gotten the brown blobs to drop iron before. Yes, awesome. Apparently there's a 30% chance. So you see a brown blob, kill it every time. It's easy, free iron if they drop, that is. But yeah, kill them and get yourself some iron. It's the only replenishable iron source in the world. Britvenia says, I done fresh install, still crashes. Yo, I'm sorry to hear that, Brit. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I would definitely go to the Valheim official Discord channel, and they have a help channel, and you can start to share your experiences there. They may ask you to upload some log files or something, but there are some people with real technical expertise on there that might be able to help you. Glucose says, can I say your voice is music to my ears? By the way, please don't sing. Oh, thank you, Gluco. I love you too, Gluco. Greg Phillips, definitely will do after the stream. Zion Ellis, upgradable walls, gates. Sounds like a good idea or suggestion for the Discord. Go for it. Make sure if you're making a suggestion though, and their Discord, to search the Discord channel for your suggestion, a couple of keywords, because it might have been suggested before, probably hundreds of times. That's what I do if I have a suggestion. And almost every suggestion I've ever had, somebody has suggested it before. Aljon Cornejo? Wish we had rope to herd pigs instead of just harpooning it. I know it's kind of, it like hurts your heart whenever you have to harpoon one of your animals, one of your pets, and drag them along. You can hear them squeal and the little blood splat. Zion Ellis, thanks for the fun coverage of the AMA, Jiroc. Absolutely, it was my pleasure. It was my first time I've done this. I had fun doing it, and I may do it in the future for future AMAs. Let's see. Oh, and Man Mango says, thanks for the stream, Jiroc. As pleasant as always. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. Britvenia, love your movies about Valheim. Oh, thanks. I enjoy making them. It's always fun when it touches a few people and if somebody likes them. Tiki Techs, upgrade the sound and video drivers with the manufacturer ones and not the MS ones. MS update Windows to theirs and break it on certain games. Yeah, definitely go to your manufacturer for your drivers. Zion Ellis, especially by now, too. Great advice for any people hopping in. Speaking of, seen the animal leads in the suggestions channel, too. Thank you for all the answers and the questions. God bless you and stay well. This helps me and my friends to see what the devs have planned. My pleasure. Thanks for stopping by, everyone. And yeah, keep your eyes out for that bright blue text on my thumbnails that shows you that I have a new video out. And until next time, have fun out there.